Today I'd like to talk to you about the Roth IRA. In my opinion, this is one of the most underutilized yet important investment opportunities that people have. And I really think that the reason a lot of people don't utilize it is because they don't completely understand it or how valuable it can be. But first we have to go back to 1978. Because in 1978, that's when the 401k plan was born. Prior to 1978, most companies had a pension plan, which is an income for life. But honestly, that's when life expectancies were a lot shorter. And most people who retired at 65 didn't really have a long life expectancy. And as a consequence, these pension plans didn't cost employers a lot of money. But as life expectancies increased, where people were living routinely into their 70s and 80s, pension plans became too expensive. So a lot of big corporations lobbied Congress and said, what can we do? What kind of plan can we have that would be more affordable? And after a lot of debate, Congress came up with a 401k plan. Now, the big thing about a 401k plan is that all of the investment decisions have been shifted. They were shifted away from professional portfolio managers to you and I to make our own investment decisions. And if you stop and think about it, you don't have the training. You haven't had years of study about capital markets and portfolio construction, and yet the responsibility for investing in a 401k is all yours. Not only that, but we also got hit over the head with the constant reminder of how important it is to participate in the 401k. Remember, pensions are gone. The 401k is now our long-term retirement plan. And Congress did give us an incentive by giving us a tax deduction on the amount we contributed. So if we put in $1,000, we didn't have to pay income tax on that $1,000. All the money grew in the plan with no taxes due until we got to retirement age and started taking money out. And those distributions are fully taxable. That was what we had from 1979 until 1997. In 1997, Congress gave us the Roth IRA. And now we had an alternative to the 401k plan for retirement savings. But the Roth IRA is just the opposite of the 401k. Instead of getting your tax deduction on your contribution, the tax advantages come down the road when you take distributions. Because even though you don't get a tax deduction on the amount you put in, all the money grows tax-free, and when you take it out, you get to also take that money out tax-free. And that's huge. So I want you to think about it. If you deposit $5,000 into a 401k, you get your tax break up front on that $5,000. But you will pay tax on the future value of what it grows to over time. The Roth, on the other hand, requires that you put money up front that has already been taxed, but it allows distributions in retirement to be made tax-free. Okay, so you tell me, would you rather pay tax on the $5,000 deposit, which is the seed, or would you rather pay tax on the $21,000 it grows to, which is the complete harvest? I think I'd rather pay tax on the $5,000. So unfortunately, not everyone qualifies to contribute to a Roth IRA because in some cases you make too much money. And even if you do qualify, there's a limit as to how much you can invest. So let's take a look. First of all, you must have earned income from a job to qualify. And as you can see, that income has to fall below certain thresholds in order to make a Roth IRA contribution. Finally, the maximum you can contribute is dependent on your age. If you're 50 or over, you can actually put in more, what's known as a catch-up provision. And so long as one spouse is working, both spouses can contribute to a Roth, even if the second spouse does not have a job. But even if you can't make a Roth IRA contribution, everyone can do a Roth conversion, regardless of their income. Now, a conversion is where you take money from a traditional taxable IRA and convert it into a tax-free Roth IRA. So let's see how it works. Take a hypothetical couple, call them Sam and Diane. Sam works, Diane does not, but they're both over 50, and their income is well over $200,000. And because of that, they're not eligible for a Roth IRA contribution. If they were eligible, however, they would each put the maximum of $7,000 in their respective Roth IRAs. That's $6,000 plus a $1,000 catch-up contribution because they're over 50. Now, Sam has an IRA worth $240,000 and Diane has one worth about $175,000. So let's do this math backwards. Assuming that they're in the 24% marginal tax bracket and they want to commit the full $14,000 to this strategy, $7,000 each, they can actually convert a total of $58,333, $29,167 each, from their traditional IRAs to Roth IRAs. You see, by converting $58,333, it increases their income by that much. A conversion does create taxable income. But at a 24% tax rate, the tax that they would owe would be $14,000, the amount they wanted to contribute. So even though they can't contribute to Roth IRAs, they can do a conversion and ironically would be able to shift nearly $60,000 from their traditional IRA into a tax-free Roth IRA. So the $14,000 is not considered a contribution, but the amount of the tax that would be due when they file their return the following year. In essence, they are prepaying the tax on the amount of the conversion to avoid paying taxes on whatever this amount grows to over time. And as you can imagine, this concept has even more appeal if you think, as I do, that tax rates are likely to be higher in the future than they are today. And unlike a typical IRA contribution, there is no limit to the amount that you can convert in any calendar year. So rather than being left to $7,000, you could convert as much as it made sense to do. Now, some of you may also have a Roth option inside your 401k plan. This allows you to deposit after-tax money into your company-sponsored retirement plan, and then every dollar of growth is completely tax-free for the rest of your life. And you still get the matching contribution that your company would give you, even though you're participating in the Roth 401k, not the traditional. But unlike a Roth IRA, a Roth 401k allows you to put in significantly more money. Currently $19,500 a year if you're younger than 50, and $26,000 a year if you're 50 or older. It's important to note that withdrawals on the contributions made to your Roth IRA are always tax and penalty free. However, you may be subject to taxes and penalties on earnings in your Roth IRA if you take a distribution before you're 59 and a half years old and before the account is at least 5 years old. So there you have it. The benefits of the Roth IRA strategy, I believe, are significant and worth understanding. If you'd like to learn more about how a Roth IRA or a Roth 401k or even a Roth conversion might benefit you, please let us know.